When we think of Rome, certain images spring into mind. The Colosseum, towering above the Forum, the splendor of Vatican City, the Baths of Caracalla, the Circus Maximus, and of course, the majestic Pantheon. These are some of the monuments that define the Eternal City, and for good reason. They are the first place most of us visit, the stories we've all heard. What if we stay longer than just a couple of days? Or what if we return for a second or third visit? Rome, after all, it's inexhaustible. Its history isn't confined to its most famous landmarks. Some of its most intriguing stories lie hidden in plain sight, down side streets, behind crumbling facades, or simply ignored by hurried crowds. In this video, I want to take you off the beaten path, to show you some places that are easy to miss, but rich with meaning. Sites that illuminate the daily life of ordinary Romans. These are some of my favorite underrated places in Rome. And if you are the kind of person who wants to stray away for a short time from the streets crowded with tourists, or you want to visit something that requires only a bit of your time and attention, and in most cases nothing from your wallet, this list is for you. This is one of the most fascinating street corners in all Rome. Porta Maggiore is a monumental city gate, originally part of the Aurelian Walls. But more than that, it's where two ancient aqueducts, Aqua Claudia and Dania Novus, crossed into the city. Above your head is Roman engineering in raw form. Just besides it stands one of the most unusual tombs from antiquity. The tomb of Ulysses, a freedman and a baker. Its cylindrical decorations represent grain measuring containers, and the inscription proudly declares that he made bread for the Roman people. This place offers a striking insight into the imperial infrastructure and humble ambition side by side. In the Forum Boarium, nestled between the Tiber and the Palatine Hill, stand two temples that are far older than they appear. The round temple of Hercules Victor, built in the late 2nd century BC, is the oldest surviving marble building in Rome. Right next to it, the Temple of Portunus, dedicated to gods of harbors, dates to a similar era, and it's beautifully preserved. Both temples gives us a glimpse into Rome before becoming an empire, before Augustus, and before the grandeur of the forums. Here we see a city built in Greek style, still finding its architectural voice. It's quiet, timeless, and deeply evocative. Of all the places on this list, this might be my favorite. The Aurelian Walls can be seen as just a fortification, but in fact, they are the living outline of the ancient Rome. Built in the late 3rd century AD, during a time of deep crisis, they were a response to a world where Rome could no longer rely on the distant frontiers for protection. For the first time in centuries, the city itself needed defending. Stretching over 12 kilometers, these walls still stand, encircling the historic heart of the city. Many visitors don't realize they're even looking at them, Pieces are embedded into buildings, streets, and quiet parks. If you start early in the morning, say around 7 am, when Rome is still hushed and the sun is rising, you can follow them for hours, and in summer it's the best time to avoid the heat. But in every season, the experience is unforgettable. As you walk, you'll pass most of what remains of Rome's monumental gates: Porta Maggiore, Porta San Giovanni, Porta Latina, Porta Metrionia, Porta Pinciana, and of course, Porta San Sebastian, the most imposing and best preserved of them all. At Porta San Sebastiano, you can enter the Museum della Mura, a museum inside the gate itself. It's free, usually quiet, and genuinely fascinating. From inside, you can walk along a stretch of the walls and look out over both ancient and modern Rome, side by side. Rooftops, ruins, aqueducts, and traffic, all woven into the same tapestry. And from here, just beyond the gate, you can glimpse the beginning of the legendary Via Appia, Rome's Queen of Roads. This was once the gateway to the Roman South, where legions marched, merchants traveled, and where countless Roman lives passed in and out of the city. If you start with the intersection of Monte Testaccio, Piazza Vittorio Bottego, following it up to Porta San Paolo, and from there just go along the walls. Right beside the Aurelian Wall stands one of the most unusual monuments in Rome, a towering marble pyramid. Built in around 18th BC as the tomb of Caius Cestius, a Roman magistrate. It reflects a brief but intense fascination with Egypt after its conquest by Augustus. This pyramid was later incorporated into the city's fortifications. Surrounded by Roman roads and walls, it feels out of place and completely Roman. A reminder how this city absorbed the world and made it its own. Most visitors miss it entirely, but it's one of the most striking intersections of Roman ambition and foreign inspiration still visible today. Despite its name, this isn't a temple, and it wasn't dedicated to Minerva. What we see today is the impressive ruin of a 4th century nymphaeum, an ornate water sanctuary that was likely part of a larger imperial villa or garden complex. Its dome, now collapsed, was once one of the largest in ancient Rome. Only the Pantheon and the Baths of Diocletian rivaled it. Standing in front of it, just off a busy road, it feels oddly forgotten. In its time, it would have been a symbol of opulence and engineering mastery. It's a powerful reminder of how Roman elites turned water into theater. Hidden in the Piazza Vittorio Emanuele II, it's a puzzling ruin. Two towering brick structures that once formed part of a monumental fountain built by Emperor Alexander Severus in the 3rd century AD. The so-called Trophies of Marius, are actually decorative marble sculptures placed atop this nymphaeum centuries ago, now located in the Capitoline Museums. This site was once a symbol of imperial power, providing fresh water to the Esquiline district. Today, the ruined fountain sits quietly in a city park, overlooked by nearly everyone. But stand near it and you're at the heart of a forgotten piece of Rome's water system and imperial showmanship. Tourists come here for the Bocca della Verità, the ancient mouth of truth, made famous by films. But the real treasure is the church behind it. Santa Maria in Cosmedin is one of the best preserved examples of early medieval Christian architecture in Rome. Built in the 8th century, it incorporates spolia from ancient Roman buildings, columns, capitals, even stones from temples. Step inside and you're transported to a time when Rome was transitioning from the grandeur of empire to the quiet persistence of Christian communities. Its crypts, mosaics, and layered architecture reveal how Rome lived on through adaptation, faith, and memory. Tucked behind the Grand Cornata staircase leading to the Capitoline Museum, it's a rare treasure. The remains of a Roman insula, a rare sight in Rome. While we often think of Rome's past in terms of emperors and temples, most Romans lived in structures like this multi-story building, of brick and wood, noisy, crowded, and very much alive. The preserved room and visible staircase offer a glimpse into everyday urban life. Bakers, merchants, laborers, all living side by side. It's a quiet but crucial window into the working class world that made Rome run. Ponte Milvio is one of Rome's oldest bridges. First, built in wood around 200 BC and rebuilt in stone in the 2nd century BC, its fame comes not just from its age, but from a pivotal moment in history. In the year 312 AD, just north of this bridge, Constantine defeated Maxentius at the Battle of the Milvian Bridge, a moment that changed the future of the Roman Empire, and perhaps Christianity itself. You can see this battle depicted on Constantine's Arch next to the Colosseum. Today, most visitors walk across without realizing they're treading on a battlefield that altered the course of the Western civilization. Just a short walk from the Trevi fountain lies something far more ancient and far less crowded. Beneath a modern cinema is the Vicus Caprarius, an excavated neighborhood from the 1st century AD. Here you can walk through the remains of Roman houses, Roman insula, courtyards, and cisterns that once stored water brought in by the Aqua Virgo, the very aqueduct that still feeds the Trevi fountain above. The story of this layered museum is fascinating. This site brings the water system of ancient Rome to life. You'll walk on Roman floors, see everyday objects recovered from wells, and stand inside the city beneath the city. Rome will always be full of surprises. Beneath its glamour and grandeur lie countless forgotten places, each with its own story to tell. I hope this video helps you look a little closer, walk a little slower, and discover a different side of the Eternal City. If you enjoyed this journey to Rome's overlooked treasures, please consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a like, share it with a fellow historian enthusiast, and drop a comment below. And if you want more hidden history, both in Rome and beyond, make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, ciao!